Well, Michael, well done. Is that very much a case of a job well done by your team today, getting through to round 2 of the FA Cup?
Yeah, I think so. Obviously, we kind of got the job done in the first half, very professional. Picked our moments when to go and press the ball. I thought for the 90 minutes we controlled the game without the ball, and that was a compliment to the players. It takes a lot of concentration and hard work, and for all the massive chances in the game were for us as well. So really happy.
It was a bright start from South Shields, wasn't it? In particular, they went close a couple of times in the first 5-10 minutes.
Yeah, and we knew, look, if we can limit them to shots from outside the box, etc., then obviously we're doing our jobs properly. But once that sort of first 5-6 minutes died down a little bit, felt really comfortable and calm, and I knew it was only going to be a matter of time that we get one of the passes right on transition, and we did that early doors, and obviously we got our rewards. Yeah,
opening goal coming from a penalty, the first penalty of the season, so I'm sure you welcome having one of those at last.
No, absolutely, yeah, and I think there's probably been numerous occasions so far this season where we probably should have had a penalty and not got the decision, so to get one today, and obviously such an important game, and it being the first goal was really big for us.
Anthony Scotty put it away, he then scored again, 3 in 2 games now for Anthony, just really underlining his importance. How pleased are you with the way he's finding his feet and getting better and better?
Yeah, delighted. He's just getting fitter, sharper. I knew he'd have an influence on the group. Obviously, when he first come in, we need to improve his fitness levels. He's getting closer to it. He's still not 100%, but he's getting closer to it, and he's got quality in that final third when we need it. So long may that continue.
And he had a hand in the third goal as well. He was close to a hat-trick. Good save from the home goalkeeper, but Tom Sangon had to put that one away.
Yeah, I'm glad Sangi got on the score sheet. He's had a mixed bag since he's come in, a couple of knocks and injuries, and he had a little bit of a calf issue at half-time, which we felt that we didn't need to risk. So we took him off then. But no, I'm happy for him, because I thought he had a really good game in that first half and had an influence on the game.
So going in 3-0 in front, what was the message at half-time? Because in the FA Cup it's never over, is it, even at 3-0 at half-time?
No, obviously a little reminder of what happened yesterday. There was a couple of games yesterday where probably sides felt they had the job done and probably took the foot off the gas and allowed the opposition back into it, and we were mindful that we weren't going to allow them to do that. The only disappointment I have is, I felt that we should have 5 or 6 today, and we've had some really big chances, and whether a mixture of decent defending and a little bit of poor finishing has not enabled us to get more than 3.
It always was likely to be a tricky tie, wasn't it? The TV cameras here, of course, and South Shields having such a fantastic season. It was always going to be a tricky one, so you're delighted to get through it.
Yeah, absolutely. And listen, we've focused as much on this game as we would do at one of the league games. Make no doubt about it in terms of how we set up and how we go about our business. And thankfully, the players were able to engineer that.
What's the situation with Sam Lucas, who had to go off in the first 15 minutes?
Yeah, he's got a bit of an issue with his Achilles. He went up for an header and fell awkwardly, and then it was sore for a while. So again, one, obviously he was in pain, but 2, obviously the risk that can happen if you sort of keep them on the pitch was too much of a risk, we felt. So we'll manage him and see how he responds over the next few days, and obviously get a bit more of an indication towards the end of the week.
Gave a chance for Mel Benning to come on and get some first team minutes. Happy with how Mel did up and down that left-hand side?
No, he did well, Mel. I mean, obviously, he's not been in it for a while. So you could see towards the end, fatigue-wise, it was hitting him, but fair play to him. He kept going, he stayed on the front foot, he kept pressing, and I'm sure he enjoyed his afternoon.
And what about Josh Ruffles, his first start since joining Shrewsbury Town, playing in the middle of midfield? He was heavily involved, so happy with how he's come through?
Delighted. Listen, I thought Russ was outstanding in terms of what he gives us without the ball. He's very organised, he's very disciplined, and he very rarely gives the ball away. Be very assured and composed on the ball, and I think that's what we miss sometimes in that 6th role. So hopefully he can continue to do that on a regular basis.
Just one more player to ask you about, if that's okay. Ishmael Kabia, who was everywhere again today, almost got a goal towards the end. Is he a player again for you that is getting better and better each week? Yeah,
I mean, you look at it today, and obviously he's gone from playing wing back to obviously playing up top, and he's just an absolute delight to work with. He just gets on with it. He's brilliant. Can't speak highly enough of him. Yes, he's got super strength in terms of his pace, but look, the kid knows how to sort of block, he knows how to press, he knows when to sort of hold people off. He's got a lot in his locker, and he's going to have a really, really good future ahead of him. We just want to make sure the next 6 months or so with Shrewsbury.
The FA Cup, it's such a fantastic competition, we know that. It brings so much interest. Prize money as well is important, isn't it? Financially, it's a big boost, isn't it? You can have a bit of a run.
Yeah.
I'm sure that you're well aware of that as being another one of the added motivations, perhaps.
Yeah, no, I had a little bit of a joke and a chuckle with the chairman yesterday when we were on our way down. His parting shot to me was just get in the hat, will you? So obviously we've delivered from that point of view, and yeah, hopefully we can get a home tie potentially in the next round and give us an opportunity to get in the hat when the big boys come into it. But no, listen, we're delighted today. Thought it was really professional, really good, and it could have been very, very different, as we know, because obviously the situation we've already spoke about, how well South Shields are doing, but I thought we nullified that really early.
And finally, must ask you about the travelling supporters. It's a long way, you know, from Shropshire to South Shields. Some are making a weekend of it. I know quite a lot of them are on the road at 5 a.m. This morning to get here in time for the 12 o'clock kick-off. What about that support? They travelled in great numbers and made themselves heard.
Yeah, no, they were brilliant, obviously, and to be fair, they have been since day dot, since they've come into the football club. I'm very grateful, and I know the players are as well, and we've given them something to cheer and shout about today, and I think we have done over the last 5 or 6 weeks, and we just want to make sure that we keep our foot on the gas and keep doing that.
Well done today. Thanks for your time, Michael.
Cheers, thank you.